So here's the thing, as soon as the weather starts breaking, as soon as the weather starts getting warmer and the trees go from looking like sticks to full green lusciousness, that's when my wallet is basically like the limit does not exist and my low buy goes out the window apparently. Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it is my favorite video every month to film, and this is my low buy check-in. So my purpose for doing these check-ins is not just for you all to see what my month has been like, but it is for myself so I can really pay attention to what I am bringing into my collection. Now, I did not ever have any specific rules for my low buy that I started several years ago where I said I can only spend X a month or things like that. I had some more like general rules for myself. And my rules for purchasing items were bring something into my collection only if it's something that fills a need, like I don't have that already in my collection, or if it's something that will really, really bring me joy. But I just want to be more thoughtful about my purchases, right? And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this past month, I was thoughtful, but not as thoughtful as I've been in the past. I made some pretty strong impulse buys, which is what I really try to not do on my low buy. So I'm not beating myself up for these, but I also do kind of want to hold myself accountable. Maybe I want you all to hold me accountable too. Again, I don't feel bad for any of these purchases, but I just want to be real with you each month. So on these videos, this is what I talk about. The very first thing I want to talk about is everything I purchased throughout the month. So this will be makeup, skincare, and hair care, but I'm also going to talk to you about clothing because clothing is something that I also sort of want to be more mindful of. I'm trying to do more secondhand shopping. I'm trying to shop more from independent resellers rather than like fast fashion. But since this is a low buy check-in, I also want to be fair by telling you everything I received in PR that month. I am lucky to receive items from brands, and I don't feel like it's ever fair for me to be like, yo, I didn't buy any makeup this month if I'm still receiving makeup in PR. So I'm going to tell you about everything I received there, and then I will say this was kind of a PR heavy month for me. But to sort of pat myself on the back for a minute, I'm going to talk to you about items I wanted to buy but didn't. And I always say this, but that doesn't mean I'm never going to purchase these items. But that means I did have a desire to purchase them, but instead I put them on my wish list and they stayed there. We're going to chat about older products that I've been absolutely loving, anything that I got rid of, and then my favorite category, other things bringing me joy. And this is not necessarily just about makeup stuff. This is just about life stuff that's bringing me joy. So let's jump into it by discussing everything that I purchased this month. Yikes. Alright, y'all, I warned you ahead of time, this is kind of a heavier month for things that I purchased because I did purchase makeup, I purchased skincare, I purchased hair care, I purchased clothing, I purchased more than I have in the past few months. Now, one thing I will always say is that I am quite good about not purchasing beyond my means. So just to throw that out there. But let's go ahead and start with makeup that I purchased. This feels so silly because I haven't even opened these yet, but I'm waiting to film like an unboxing try-on for Instagram. But I did purchase 2 items from Mob Beauty. Mob is really a brand that I really wanted to try to purchase from this year. I have never ever tried them. So again, this is still in their packaging, but I will go ahead and show pictures right here of what I bought. So the very first thing, and this is why I made a purchase in the first place, this is the Dark Star Gloss. So this has a kind of charcoal base to it with lots and lots of sparkle, lots of glitter. And this is in collaboration with Jessica Hayes, who is a fantastic makeup artist, and she's kind of like a little goth baddie. So I am really curious to try this. This is the thing that I saw several people using, namely Courtney Quarantine. I saw her do a video with this, and it looked so beautiful, so sparkly, and it just like made me really want to get it. So while I was getting this, I got a product that I have wanted since I can remember first hearing about Mob years ago, and I've never tried it. Again, we are still sealed, but this is the M109 Cream Clay Shadow, and it is a murky, disgusting green, which you know has my heart. I am really hopeful these 2 products will be amazing because, guys, I'm not gonna lie, this was not cheap. This, before tax, before shipping and everything, was $44 for 2 products. So I have high expectations for these. I need the quality to be decent for me to ever consider buying from this brand again, okay? Like, I love the idea that they are sustainable. You know, the packaging is sustainable. I love the idea that they are creative. I love the idea that they collab with makeup artists who are not necessarily like in the millions and millions of followers. These are just people who they truly vibe with. Like, everything about Mob sort of speaks to me, but if the quality is not there, then the quality is not there. But yeah, these two together, 44 bucks. Something else I also bought, and it's funny because I realized like I keep a list on my phone and I haven't updated this list because I have this item on my items I wanted to buy but didn't, but I bought it, and I bought it pretty quickly. And that is the vault that Courtney Quarantine did with Black Moon Cosmetics. So I do not have this in my grubby little hands yet, but this did retail for $52, and this came with 2 liquid lipsticks. One is a gray, like a cool toned light gray. The other one is a cool toned baby pink. But when these have been put together in looks that I've seen, it is stunning. And I do not own a gray liquid lipstick. I do not own a baby pink liquid lipstick. So these do fill a need in my collection. They are supporting an indie brand. They are supporting a creator that I really enjoy. So I do think that's good. And it also came with a bullet lipstick that is in a satin formula. So it looks super creamy, and it's called, I believe, Werewolf, and it is a warm, rich brown, which, oh my God. Again, I know I've said this before, guys. My Invisalign, as the time of you're watching this, it comes off in 2 days. 2 days I get this off, and I'm wearing nothing but bold lips from here on out. I'm not gonna, like, guys, when I film, I have to keep a mirror right here and constantly check to see that lipstick is not on my Invisalign. Because if lipstick gets on your teeth, I feel like I may not have actually like said this. If lipstick gets on your teeth, you literally can just go, and it's gone. If it's on the Invisalign, you have to take your Invisalign out and scrub it because it will not just come off easily. So anyway, all that to say, I did buy the makeup. I'm super excited to get it, and I just can't wait to try it. So this is makeup adjacent, and I still don't know how I feel about this product. So I had talked in a video about wanting to get a solution that can bring your like gel liners back to life. And a couple of you recommended the Mayron Mixing Liquid, which I got for fairly inexpensive. Mayron is a brand I used to use way back in the day. I am not impressed with this so far. This does not feel like a revitalizing product for me. This feels like the kind of thing like MAC mixing medium that I used to use back in the day that would work well with like powder shadows, not powder shadows, but like loose shadows to make them into eyeliners or to make them into a cream or things like that. This, I mean, even the fact that this doesn't even have a dropper, this is just like a huge open mouth container. I don't know, this did not work for me to revitalize my gel liners. This did not work for that purpose. So I don't know how I feel about this yet. It was fairly inexpensive. How much was this? This was $13, but it's a huge bottle. I can foresee myself using this with the few loose shadows that I have, but this did not perform the task that I wanted it to. So I would love for you all to comment down below and tell me any products that maybe revitalize like gel liquid liners for you. Also, everyone seems to recommend Duraline, which is by the brand Inglot, and their cruelty-free status is a little like eh. So if you have anything that's not Duraline, I would love to know about it. I would love to know. So this, I'm still on the fence. All right, let's go into body care. I only have one thing, and it's wet because it's been in my shower. This is the Tree Hut Tropic Glow Firming Body Scrub. I used to use this back in the day, and then I just used it up and never repurchased. But I had to, okay? It was on sale at Ulta, so it's just a body scrub. And you guys, it smells like the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, like that kind of smell. And it is so good. Like what I do is I will go in first with my soap and clean my body. And then I will take a scrubbing, like exfoliating mitt with this, and I scrub my body. Like I'm scrubbing it to within an inch of its life, okay? And then when I get out, I apply generous lotion, and I feel like my skin has never felt better in my life. It's a combination, I know, of all the things that I'm doing, but this is really nice because it's like a sugar scrub, so it dissolves into your skin. It's not like microplastics are going down the drain. It just dissolves the more you scrub it, which I really like, and it's really inexpensive. But this smell in particular, Tropic Glow, like chef's freaking kiss. I love it. And what was this? 11 bucks, like full price. And I had a coupon. I think it was like 7. All right, hair care. I bought new shampoo and conditioner. And I'm actually kind of proud of myself because I have made it a mission that I will not purchase new shampoo and conditioner until I run out of everything I use. And that includes samples. That includes like the little aluminum packages that you get sometimes as a freebie. I went through all of it, but I did repurchase my absolute favorites. I've talked about this so many times. The Nature Lab Tokyo Volume, the perfect volume. This smells so heavenly. It's like cherry blossoms and vanilla. It is the best smelling shampoo and conditioner of my life, but in addition to that, it works. It works really well for me personally. It's fairly reasonably priced. I think these are $19 each. Yeah, which is not the cheapest, but also not the most expensive. So I don't mind that because I love the smell. Also, they do sell refillable packs. And now that I'm at my bare bones and this is the only shampoo and conditioner I have, I'm going to just buy those refill bags so I can continue to refill the bottles. I love the look of these bottles, by the way, but this is just so, so good. If you've never used it, go in it. Another hair care thing that I purchased was by Lush, and this is the Sea Spray. I used to use this back in the day so much, and I love it. First of all, the smell, you can't even describe how good this smell is, but it's just a sea salt spray and it's good for like texture and really like scrunching my hair. Love it. All right, moving on to clothing and accessories. If you watched my vlog for when I went to like a goth festival called Dark Force Fest earlier this month, you will have already seen my haul, but just in case you haven't, I do want to show you some of the goodies that I got there. So the most like boring thing that I got there was a t-shirt for the festival. It just has the names of all the bands on the back. I'll show you some clips here where you can see me showing this off from the previous video where I talked about all the things, but it's literally just a concert t-shirt. It's exciting to me because I was there and I got to enjoy it, but it's not gonna probably be that thrilling to you. But here's some other stuff I got. So this is not even clothing or technically clothing, but I love it so much. I got a tote bag that says Plant Daddy. I love it. Guys, I've been wanting, this sounds so stupid, a black tote bag for a while, right? Just one that's easy to carry with me. And I kind of went in there with the mission of wanting a cool black tote bag. And I could have never realized how much I use this. Like, this has become a go-to bag for me. I wouldn't say that I'm the type of person who uses a tote bag as a purse ever, but like I've taken this to every farmer's market. If I know I'm going into the grocery store, I bring this with me. If I'm going into any store, I bring this with me. It is such good quality, and it is by just a vendor who, you know, is a smaller vendor. I believe the name is the Brujas Tomb, and I freaking love it. Then next is the heavy bag. So I will hold this up and show it to you, but I will also put clips on the screen of me wearing these things because I'm not putting them all on right now. So, oh wait, first let me show this. I love wearing a harness over a dress, okay? So this is the harness that I've had for years, and it is just, honestly, it's breaking apart. It was very cheap. I want to say it was like $10, and I've worn it for so many years. It's being like barely held together with safety pins, which I know is quite punk rock, but it's fraying. It's just not great. I'm not going to throw it away because I have sentimental attachment to it, but it could use an upgrade, and I got some upgrades. So the vendor I was most attracted to at the festival was Luna Fay Leathers. I will talk about them until the cows come home. So good. So they sell handmade harnesses and belts, and everything is genuine leather, and it is beautiful. And I got a couple things. So the first thing I got is this harness, which looks so simple, but on it is so incredibly sexy. I love the way this one looks. It kind of goes under the boob a little bit, but it is just, I don't know, it's everything. I love the D-rings down the center here. I just love everything about it. So incredibly simple, so incredibly gorgeous and effective. Oh, this next harness, oh my God, I love it so much. This one might be my favorite. I think the other one is Tim's favorite. This one's mine, but we've got this little guy. So we've got some D-rings again down the center, and we've got chains that sit kind of under the bust, and this goes around the neck. Oh my God, this one though, over like plain black outfits, so freaking gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. And these were not cheap, by the way. I will say that right off the bat. I want to say that each of these harnesses were like $120 or something like that, but I am paying for the quality, and I'm paying for a, you know, smaller vendor who fit these to my body. So again, like don't worry guys, we're getting back into makeup in a second, but just, I freaking love it. And then the final thing that I purchased from that same vendor, they fit this to my body on the spot as well, is this belt. Oh my God, I love it so much. It is a hefty girl, and you pin her, or you fasten her with this huge claw clip, which means that you can put it on any of these rings that you want to make the kind of belt you want. It is so good. This is going to be a staple closet item for me that I'm going to wear the hell out of. Not gonna lie, this bag of like strappy O-ring things brings me a lot of joy. And finally, I purchased one other item that I have not received yet. It's supposed to be getting here to me in less than a week, and I'm excited / really nervous. So I tried a brand that kept getting served to me on Instagram ads, and the brand is The Pretty Cult, and I've never tried them, but this dress had me in a chokehold, and it looks so plain. So I have literally looked for this dress for months in every store I can think of, right? I have looked even in like fast fashion type stores. I was like, I want a high neck, I want short sleeves, I want a midi length, and I want a slit up the side because I want to put these harnesses over a plain black dress like that. Guys, you would think I'd be able to find something this simple elsewhere, and I couldn't, so I finally did purchase it. It was a little bit pricey. The original price was $58, but they had a 20% off sale, so I did save a little bit of money. I'm a little bit nervous that the quality of this is not going to be what I want it to be. I think it might be too thin. That's what I'm mainly worried about, but I'm going to try it. They do not have the greatest return policy. You can only do exchanges, so cross your fingers for me. Wow, that was a long one. But now we are going to go into the stuff that I received in PR this month. And I mentioned this before, but this was a PR heavy month. So I'm going to go through this like a little bit quickly and just kind of show off everything to you. A lot of this stuff is already in videos, or it's going to be in videos. So if you see anything in this PR haul that you want to see in particular, please leave a comment down below and let me know. All right, so a lot of the stuff I received in PR this month are like restocks for me, are things that I absolutely love, and I've talked about it so many times on this channel and things like that, but they're restocks and I'm so excited to have them. But I received a package yesterday, and that's the first one I want to talk about, and it is from a brand. If you had told me years and years ago, like we're talking decades ago, probably 2 decades ago, if you had told me this brand would even consider sending me stuff, I would have called you a straight up liar. But I got a package, a very generous package from Bare Minerals, okay? If you watched my video of the stuff I received in Creators and Friends, Destin, I got this luminizer from Bare Minerals specifically that has become like a game changer. I have used it so much, and I was so surprised by how much I loved it because I haven't used Bare Minerals in years. And I mentioned that, and they watched my video and were very kind, and they sent me out this package, so I want to show you everything that they sent me. Again, I'm going to go through this fairly quickly, but the first thing I want to show is this sweatshirt. I just spilled the whole box. They sent me this sweatshirt that the quality is, I can't even describe to you how good quality it is, but it says Better Bare, and on the sleeve it says Bare Minerals. Guys, this is so thick and soft. Like, can you see the inside, how soft it is? Oh my God. I almost can't wait to wear this when it's cooler out. This is like a cozy blanket. I love it. Oh, nothing spilled out of the box. So I'm going to go through this fairly quickly, but they did send me the loose original mineral veil. This is what I knew Bare Minerals for, okay? I didn't know that they made anything else that's in this box below. I knew them for this, and they also have a mineral veil pressed powder. So I'm curious about these. I'm hesitant because I have dry skin, so the idea of like a powder foundation still doesn't really do it for me, but at the same time, I would almost like to try it again. Then something else that we got at Creators and Friends was the bronzer, and I didn't use it on screen then, but I've used it like 3 or 4 times since, and I feel like it's almost like the Charlotte Tilbury Wands, where it's this beautiful glowy blush that is gorgeous, and they sent me 2 more shades. So I got Kiss of Copper and Kiss of Spice. This one, Kiss of Spice, if it's like a brown glowy, you know I'm gonna love it. They also sent over their primer and setting spray. This is a pressed bronzer in Kiss of Copper, so I'll probably layer that with the Kiss of Copper liquid one. That would be cute. We do have the Lashtopia mascara. We also have 2 of the lip oils in Charm and Flaunt. I'm curious how bold these are because look at those stickers. These are gonna be right up my alley. So these are called the Dewy Lip Gloss Balm, and we have the colors Devotion and Strength. I'm going to love them. And then 2 lip pencils in Striking Spice, which looks like a brown, and Mindful Mulberry. So guys, I am so incredibly thankful for all this. If you would like to see a full face of Bare Minerals, let me know down below. So I did get a few packages from Melt this month, and that is always something that's ridiculously surreal to me. And a lot of the items that they sent me are backups of stuff I already have and absolutely love. So you might see some of these looking like hella used, and that's because I saved the new ones in my like backups drawer, but I want to show you how much I actually use these. So the first thing is the Hot Shot Matte Lip Plumper. I cannot stop using this. I have a full reel on my Instagram page of showing me using this. I really like it, and I've been using it as the prep step for my lips every single day since I got it, which means I'm going to run out of this. I am definitely going to run out. It is a tingly lip plumper, which I absolutely love. So if you love a tingly plumper, use this. And this is, again, like a prep step. So it is a matte lip plumper. It's not something you use afterwards as like a gloss. So I really like to use it, and I let it sit, and then I wipe off the excess and go in with my lipstick, and it just smooths out my lips. So good. I love it. They also sent me caffeine lip pencil, which I did not have, and Paulina lipstick, which I did not have. And I have been using both nonstop. I've used this Paulina as like a center highlight almost whenever I do lipstick, and I love it. It's so good. Their lipsticks smell so damn good. And caffeine, you know, this is just a me color. I'm going to go through this so fast. They also sent me a backup of one of my favorite lip pencils. Like, look how tiny this is getting. I've used it about halfway. This is Bare. This is just a light nude pencil, and I'm so happy to have a backup. They also sent me a backup of pumpkin lipstick. So here's the thing. I don't have pumpkin lipstick, but I did have Pumpkin King, which is from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And you can tell, like, I don't know if you can tell, but I have been using the hell out of this. I used it today. Love this, so I'm so happy to have a backup. And they sent me backups of their lip care. So there's the lip scrub. Let me show you how much, yeah, can you tell how much I've used this? This is such a nice lip scrub of watermelon scent, but it's like a sugar scrub, so it dissolves. And the damage control, I have used so much of this. This is filled with air, but I guarantee it's probably down to like here. I use this so often. So thankful to have all of these. Let's just keep going with Melt. So this is the first year in a long time they have not done a 420 collection, which I had people asking me about it like I am in the know. I don't know why they chose not to do one this year, but they did send me out a package with some of their past 420 faves. So they sent over their 420 and Smoke Sessions palettes, and I love both of these. I have videos using both of these. I love the 420 palette, okay? I know it gets a lot of hate, but I love it. And I'm saving these brand new. I haven't even opened these because I think you guys might know, but at the end of each year, an animal rescue I love does a big raffle, and all of the money gets donated to the animal rescue. And each year I donate a basket of brand new makeup that can be raffled off for the animals. So I'm going to include some of these. But anyway, let me also show you. Okay, so I got 3 of, they all called the Metalized? No, 2 of these are the Metalized. So I got the Sour Grape and Clockwork Purple. These are just like a duochrome shadow, and a backup of the Afterlife gel liner. I will open this. There's no such thing in my eyes as too many backups of this because it is my favorite, one of my favorite gel liners that they have. It's this color, okay? It is neon yellow green. I am never sad to have backups. And then I got a liner that I don't know why I haven't opened this because I don't have this one and I want to use it. This is Spliff. Ooh, it's like a dark, dark, dark cool tone brown. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right in my drawer. I am so excited to have these. Then they also sent over some of the nail stickers that came out with their last Smoke Sessions 2 palette. They sent over a backup of their So High mascara. This is one of my favorite waterproof mascaras. It's super curling and lengthening. This is probably the thing I was most excited about though, seriously. So I have been curious, and it's still in the packaging and I haven't used it yet and I need to. I have been so curious about this brush specifically. So this is their Mascara Fan Brush 99. First of all, you can see it's at an angle, and look at the bristles. So what you do with this is you put on your mascara, and in the center here, the very center, it is like very, can I put it against my cheeks so you can see it? Yeah, it's hard here, like much more stiff, and then here it's fluffy with like space in between. So you're supposed to be able to comb through your lashes. I have been so excited about this. Also, I love the bag it comes in. I'm saving it. So thank you so much to Melt Cosmetics for sending me all of these. Like, I am so pumped, and I'm really pumped that I got a backup of Sour Grape, and we're gonna talk about why in a little bit. For the next thing I got, Milk Makeup reached out to me and gave me kind of a lookbook and said that I could pick 3 items from it. So I picked 1 item that was brand new to me, and then 2 items I picked backups of because I really love them, and they're some of the staples in my collection. So let's talk about the new item first. This is the Sculpt Stick in Toasted. I can't put this down since I got it. I got this about a week and a half ago. I've used it, am I fair to say, every single day since? Yeah, every single day. So this is just a cool toned contour. and it is beautiful. It's like a beautiful light cool tone contour, and it goes on so creamy and blends out so well. Like, I think it does just a great job. I love this. And then I got backup. So I had a small one of this and I got the big one. The Hydro Grip Spray has become probably my favorite setting spray right now. Wow, yeah, it has. It is my favorite setting spray right now. I just love it. And then I also got a backup of the Hydro Grip Gel Tint. My shade is 5. This is my one. This is not the backup. And guys, I'm already like, this is full of air, but I'm already down to like here. I've used this so much and love it so much. So I am so happy to have all of them. Thank you to Milk. Only 2 more things here. So Salt New York reached out also and offered to send me. So the main thing that they wanted to send is that they came out with an olive green color corrector, okay? And if you're not familiar with Salt New York, they have these pans, okay? Everything is a magnetic pan, and you can put them anywhere, obviously, but they also sell these beautiful like leatherette quads. So anyway, they reached out and asked if they could send me this, and then they also offered to send me some refills or backups, but this is one I haven't used yet and I need to. This is their cream color cheek. This was one of their oopsie colors, like they made it by mistake, but I know that is going to be a favorite in cacao. And then I got backups of my foundation, which is the Sneaky Bomb in N12. I haven't opened it yet. They come in these beautiful like recyclable packages, and then the Best Case Concealer in N11. I am very close to being out of both of these. Let me show you. Like, my foundations are panned, my concealer is panned. I was going to need refills very soon anyway, so I am so thankful to have it. The olive green concealer or color corrector is one I'm going to have to look up how to use, but I'm curious to get more into like color correcting. And then the final thing, I'm going to call this PR because I've used that phrase for this kind of thing in the past. I have talked about Influencer and how I'm a part of it. Anyone can be a part of it. And you agree to leave a review on the Influencer site in exchange for trying new products, which I am fine doing. And I always leave honest reviews. And guys, this is the very first time I have left a review that was not glowing, okay? So they sent me the Bioma Brightening Body Lotion. Now, to be fair, they had a bunch of different body lotions and you could choose the one that you wanted. I have never tried anything by this brand, so I was like, hey, let's go for this one. Let's talk about the positives. The size for the price, amazing. The hydration level, really, really nice. Like, felt really good on the skin. It soaked in quickly. It didn't feel greasy. I just love everything about the packaging. Like, really cool. Let's talk about the con. If you are of a certain age, me, you will remember Love's Baby Soft. Have you scrubbed Love's Baby Soft from your memory? Let me remind you. It was a perfume that was big in the 80s and 90s, and I think they even sell it today, that was straight up baby powder. It was baby powder, and the marketing had these women in it that looked like actual toddlers, and it was supposed to be like a baby powder smell to make you feel like a toddler, which is so gross when you think about it now. This smells like Love's Baby Soft, okay? And I'm not interested in that game anymore. I wore it in the 80s when I was a child, and that was okay. But no, absolutely not. Guys, I used this 3 times. I tried to like it, so it is full, and I will never use this again. I'm hoping one of my friends loves the smell of infantile toddlers, but I do not. That was a long one, okay? But we are now going to get into the items I wanted to purchase but didn't, and this list is kind of small, but some of the items on there might sound familiar to you. Okay, so the very first thing that I wanted to buy but didn't, and again, this doesn't mean I'm never going to buy these things, but this one is killing me a little bit. Unearthly released a mystery palette. Now, I am not somebody who usually has interest in a mystery palette, in a mystery makeup box where you don't know what you're getting, in a mystery clothing box. That usually doesn't do it for me. I like to have some idea of what I'm getting. But the reason this one intrigued me is because it was all greens, and I love green eyeshadows, okay? I love, love, love green eyeshadow. It is my favorite color eyeshadow to wear, period, okay? And Unearthly's quality and formula is some of my favorite formula out there. The palette retails for $68, which I think is quite high of a price for something where I don't even know if I'm going to like it. So that's something I'm still like wrestling with, because I know I love the formula and I know I love green eyeshadow. So it seems like a knock out of the park, but the price is holding me back just a scotch. I don't know. Would you guys buy it? Would you guys buy it? Would you spend $68 on a mystery product? I am so torn. I'm also not somebody who buys like blind box toys or things like that. So I guess I'm just not a big risk taker, and that's a bummer. Maybe I need to take more risks. The other things that I wanted to buy, and I believe I've talked about both of these things in past like wanted to buy but didn't sections. First of all, that Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette is still on my brain after months. I think it came out like 2-3 months ago, and I still want it but haven't purchased it yet, and I don't know what's holding me back. It looks beautiful. I've never tried Blend Bunny before, and the quality is supposedly amazing. So what's holding me back? I don't know. And the other thing, this is something that I will be buying more of. I guess I already bought a little bit this month, but I have so many carts on so many websites full of different colors of liquid lipstick, and I haven't pulled the trigger yet on those. I am waiting for my Invisalign to come off, and then I'm trying all the liquid lipsticks. So leave your favorite lipstick formula, liquid lipstick formula down below. Also, I don't know if I feel like I say this almost too much on my channel, but maybe I don't. I only use cruelty-free products personally. So if you have recommendations for somebody that is not a cruelty-free product, go ahead and still leave it down below because others may get use out of it. But please don't be offended if I'm not taking your suggestions to use like Dior or MAC or things like that, brands that are just not cruelty-free. Those are brands I personally choose not to use, but if you use them and you can get use out of them, please check the comments down below. There's always great suggestions down there. So that's it. Those are items I wanted to purchase but didn't, and I'm glad I held strong on those. Those are probably gonna be things I wind up purchasing in the future. For older products that I've been loving, I always put the caveat here that these are not necessarily 10-year-old products or something like that. These might only be a few months old, but still they're older, okay? This highlighter, this Unearthly highlighter in Moth to a Flame, I cannot stop using it. You know what? I wanna use some of it right freaking now, okay? I'm gonna use this right now, and I'm gonna put a little right here on the inner corner. This is the most beautiful, like pink toned, it's got like pink and orange in it almost. It is so absolutely stunning, and I cannot get enough of it. Maybe a little bit here too, like on, oh, look how cute she is. I love this freaking highlighter so much. I think this is the best highlighter Unearthly has done, in my opinion. I love Ooze, which is that green one, but Moth to a Flame with this like heavy pink shift is so gorgeous. I love it so much. I love it. I love it. All right, stuff that I got rid of. I have some empties, okay? I have a bunch of empties. I'm gonna be doing an empties video soon, but the reason that I wanted to feature these 3 things is because none of them are empty. They are just not usable anymore, and I shouldn't have them in my collection, right? So I got rid of 2 mascaras, okay? I'm getting rid of the Milk Kush and the What's Up Beauty Watch Me. I love both of these. I really loved both of these. They've just been open too long, okay? You're supposed to keep a mascara open for about 6 months. These have been open for about a year, okay? And they're drying out, and usually that's when I start to really love a mascara, but it was just time for these to go. I will 100% always and forever repurchase the Milk Kush. This is my favorite mascara of all time. And the Watch Me, will I repurchase? I think I would repurchase this on sale. What's really cool about this one is the brush. On the bottom, you can see it's like a comb. It has harsh, like sharp teeth, and then a regular brush on top, which is really unique, and the formula is really good. So I would repurchase both of these, but it was time for them to go. And then, guys, oh my gosh, I used this in a video recently, okay? I messed this up because I wasn't using it, and it would just dry out, okay? It just dried out. This is the Melt Cosmetics Duochrome Gel Shadow in Sour Grape. Look how beautiful it is, okay? I tried to revive it with the Mayron liquid. It didn't work, okay, guys? It's like hard. It's supposed to be a beautiful gel. Like a tiny bit came out, but it's so dry that it completely messed up the eyeshadow look that I was even trying to do. So it was time for this to go. Maybe a friend can revive it, but honestly, it's so like, it was old and it was left open. I think it was like cracked open a little bit. It's just time for it to go, and that's my fault. And finally, stuff bringing me joy. First of all, okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I know I say this a lot, but the weather is finally getting warmer. I am a warm weather kind of girly. I do not like winter. I like it when the sun is up when I wake up in the morning. I like it that the sun is still kind of up when I'm considering getting into bed. Like, I love it. I thrive in like spring and summer. I really, really do. And the beginning of fall, like even into the end of fall, it's just winter that I don't love. So I finally am feeling like myself again. But if you haven't watched my Dark Force Fest vlog, it's not going to be for everybody, okay? Again, it was a goth music festival in Parsippany, New Jersey. And I can't explain to you how good this festival made me feel. Emotionally, it filled my cup so much because, like, it sounds so dumb to talk about this and why this would fill my cup, but the vendors were all small vendors, okay? Like, they were small artistic vendors that were actually making the stuff there. Because I feel like lately when I go to festivals, I'm seeing like really cheap jewelry that you can tell they bought in bulk off of like AliExpress, or things that are 3D printed, which I know takes some sort of like level of art skill, but it's just not my vibe. I want to see stuff you crafted with your hands, and that's what this stuff was. And I, you know, like those leather harnesses that they fit to my body there on the spot, that they were creating on the spot, and just all of the things were so cool. It was so cool. It made me feel really good that like art is still there. Art is still moving. There were 35 bands there. Some of them I've wanted to see since I was in my literal teen years, and I got to see them. And also this festival was based around community. It wasn't just like bands and people getting wasted, okay? It was based around community. There were panel discussions on, you know, being LGBTQIA plus in the goth community. There were panel discussions on, you know, being a person of color in the community. There was just horror movie panels, and it was just so cool, and it was so inviting and welcoming, and just, I can't even describe how much it filled my cup, how good it made me feel. I cannot wait to go back next year. It already brought me so much joy. Whew, I know this video was a long one, but thank you for coming on this journey with me. Again, I don't feel guilty about all the stuff that I bought, but I want to be a little more mindful, you know, in the future about how much I am purchasing. I think this was especially a heavy month because I did go to that festival and I really wanted to support those smaller vendors and things like that. But nonetheless, I did spend more money this month than I have in a little bit. And I am so thankful to receive everything in PR. Just, I'm thankful for all of it. Like, this is what happens to me when I start to come out of seasonal depression. I'm seriously just like thankful for life. I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful that you guys still watch these videos, because if you didn't watch them, just none of this would happen. Nothing would happen. And I'm so incredibly thankful for all of you. Anyway, don't want to cry. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'm going to leave last month's low buy check-in here. Again, these are my favorite videos to do each month. I think you might enjoy it. But if you did like it, take a second and like give your girl a pat on the back and do it in the form of a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel so, so much. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all Glitter Fallout. I'm trying to post a lot more on Instagram and TikTok, so I would love if you'd follow. As always, and forever and ever and ever more, I'm giving you a huge freaking hug, and you are all super freaking rock stars. And I love you so much with my whole heart, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.